we have to keep on talking till I can't go on? Why you see it your way? Run the risk of knowing that our love may soon be gone. We can work it out. We can work it out. Think of what you said. You can get it wrong, but still you think that it's alright. Think of what I'm saying. We can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way, only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. Why you see it your way? There's a chance that we may fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way, only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. Why you see it your way? There's a chance that we may fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
The world has become tyrannical,
You want more of your people to die?
deceptive, dystopian, fraudulent, factual, truthful, direct knowledge, has been taken away from the masses for the purposes of control. But enough is enough, dear friends.
We will not comply!
Now is the time to take what is rightfully ours. Welcome to the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome to the Syncretism Society.
Academy.
Within the Academy, we have great minds to collectively bring our alumni a staggering range of knowledge.
Based off decade after decade of quantifiable research.
Spanning from sound medicine,
Yoga science, Indian spirituality,
Medical astrology.
Wisdom to sovereignty. holistic health,
esoteric sciences,
astrotheology.
Acquiring these truths, dear friends,
will drive your empowerment and ability
for proper ascension.
take back your sovereignty.
Take back your knowledge.
Take back your freedom. Join us at the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome, friends, syncretists, lovers of truth. Thank you as well to all the engineers and participants, instructors in that promotional video for Syncretism Academy. A lot of time and energy, love, passion went into that, and we are very, very happy with the result. And that just gives you a sample of where we're heading and what we have in mind. Lots of goodies. So that's what we're here to talk about today. This is just to share what's coming up. This evening we have a podcast at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that will be with Christopher Campbell, one of the instructors.
Yes. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We're going to have an amazing show today at 7 o'clock, like Santos said, with Christopher Campbell. Man, actually, Santos, he's going to call in about 5-10 minutes and just chat a little bit about what topics are today and basically what's going to be in front of us. But some of them just for you guys out there that want to know. First of all, Christopher Campbell, he's an instructor. He's a esoteric decoder. He's deep into the science, and he is one of the best, if not the top 3 syncretists that Santos knows. Am I correct with that?
Yep.
Yeah. Wonderful man. Way ahead of his time. So yes, Christopher Campbell will be calling in just a bit. Some of the topics that we'll be discussing will be incarnation of the soul into the tomb / the womb, the 3 conscious states, which is the walking state, the dream state, the dreamless state, which he jumps deep into. He will be talking about the 13th cranial nerve and the importance of 13, and nerve X, and how to basically get to that transmutation, which is, walking the right-hand path. So everything that we love to talk about.
Yeah, it's going to be massive, friends. Very informative. Christopher came to visit me when I was in California in 2019 from Utah. Came over. We spent a week or so. It was great. And what I did learn, that this Facebook friend of mine that I had for years and years and years was actually far more beyond his years. He's a very young man, he's in his 20s, in wisdom and knowledge than I ever expected. So by hanging out with him, I learned a lot every day. He had so much to impart, different breathing techniques, different chants that he'd learned from ancient Hindu masters, different ways of manifesting things, how to put yourself in a state of before you sleep so that you will dream, and how to plant the seed of what you want to dream for. Lots of things. He has learned many, many techniques and skills from the masters.
I mean, he is an intellect. He is an absolute intellect. And just speaking to him, I can't believe he's in his 20s. I just, this is the definition of being granted and bestowed with divine. the divine force, and the divine power. It's been given to him. He's naturally uploaded all this information. Yes, he does his due diligence, and he does his research, and he's going to be talking about that today, guys. But he's naturally been given this this ability. Let's put it that way. He's actually on the line, right? Yeah. Let's bring him in.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Christopher.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Santos. How you doing?
Well, thanks. Yourself?
Good. I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, Daniel?
Everything is well, brother. Step by step.
Great.
First we crawl, right?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So, brother, we were just introducing you, talking a little bit about your field, and what we'll be discussing today at 7 p.m. By the way, it's not going to be on Mr. Astrotheology. The podcast is on Syncretism Society's YouTube channel, guys. So for those that haven't subbed yet, please do us a favor. We only have, a little over 12,000 followers on the Syncretism Society YouTube channel. If you guys could please go to Syncretism Society's YouTube channel, subscribe and hit that notification button so you will be up to date with everything we do and all the amazing guests that we have on and the discussions that we have. We will be taking calls. You will be able to talk to Christopher Campbell today. You will be able to ask him questions directly. And I don't think many other podcasts do that, right, Santos?
No.
We're really one of the few, and we're able to interact deep with you guys on many levels. So get ready with your most burning and concerning questions. Chris.
Yes.
Brother, talk a little bit about what we're going to be discussing today. Let's jump let's jump if we can, right? Let's jump right into the nitty-gritty. Let's jump into the 13. What we were discussing about.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and then we'll go into incarnation and so on.
So there's been a lot of confusion. Everyone is trying to pick a side and is confused about, is there 13 months in the calendar? Should we be following this or that? And the truth of the matter is George W. Carey exposed the secret of number 13 and how it completely coincides with tropical astrology and the 12. Now we're going to be discussing how 13 is the product of 12. 12 is the most important, but when 12 comes together, we get the 13, which is the witness. Essentially, the 12 zodiac and the sun itself, the sun being the 13th. The 12 mineral cell salts, when combined, produce the blood. The blood is the 13th. And this is why George W. Carey says that the number 13 is only fearful for ignorance only. And that when we understand this, it unlocks the secret key of the being within, or the central eye, the one that is basically in the middle of the 12 cranial nerves. And this relates to the biochemistry of the body as well, being the 13th nerve. The Indian saint Vivekananda, as well as Manly P. Hall, and many others have taught that when you follow the right-hand path for 3, 6, 9, or 12 years, depending on the karma of the individual, this 13th nerve is activated. We're going to be talking about the science of becoming a true magi and consecrating the elements of the tomb that we're incarnated in order to allow us to have access to our full divine knowledge and have no doubt to come to a state of full intuition and clairvoyance.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. And we were talking about that magical nerve, nerve X. If you could just give our viewers just a little peep into that, it would be wonderful.
Yep. So as above, so below. Where of course the 12, the sun dances upon the 12 zodiac and takes on different cloaks of each zodiac and each planet. The sun is always taking on these different characteristics. But when they all come together in one unit, we have, for example, King Arthur in the Knights. We have King Arthur would be the 13th, and the 12 Knights would be his disciples or the qualities of the soul. We have to understand the Bible is layered with 7 different layers, and when we understand it celestially as well as biochemically, we can relate these celestial phenomenons to the actual workings of the human body. So if we take a look at, you can even do a Google search on nerve X, or the 13th cranial nerve, which has been hidden from us from science for a long time. But the ancients knew about this and knew that it was essentially symbolized by Ophiuchus. Even though Ophiuchus is not part of the 12, Ophiuchus is symbolic. It stands outside. It's not about adding an extra month. It's about recognizing the teacher and the students, the 12 students and the one teacher, the 12 nerves and the master nerve. And this master nerve has been degenerated over time, over many time. We're in the age of Kali Yuga, as the ancient Indians would say. And because of this, our nerve has been degenerated. And this is why we cannot consciously move about in the astral plane, why we can't speak to angels and higher beings, and why we are confused with either aversion or attraction to the material realm. When this nerve is activated, we can move freely and become liberated with full knowledge.
And we will be able to go into full detail about what causes that and how to continue this transmutation through specific practices via the right-hand path, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be getting into. And what come 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, you will be able to get into the reasons of why this is occurring to you, why, what's causing the issue, and how to get out of it and continue on with the progression to be able to have nerve X literally activated. This happens after anywhere from 3 to 12 years. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, so of course the magic is in the number 3, 6, 9, and of course 12. And depending on the person's level of Christic magnetization that they carry within their body based on the behaviors of adolescence, based on how we behave from the age 12 when the first seed is deposited into the sacral plexus, that determines exactly how long it's going to take. Most people are able to reach this by age 33. But the cool, interesting part is George W. Carey exposes, and also the ancient myths of the Bible that explain that, for example, one of the Bible characters was very old and wasn't expected to have kids, but she was able to, even though she was super old. And this is symbolic of showing that it doesn't matter what age you are, this process can be activated and can purify the entire body and wake up the spiritual senses. But of course, it's easier if you start soon, and our adolescence will determine, and our behaviors from age 12 to 33 will determine if it's going to take us 3 years, 6 years, 9 years, or even 12 years, depending on the karma that we've made here and now in this incarnation.
Very interesting.
Beautiful. Music to my ears, brother. I just love listening to this stuff.
What's your input on it, Santos?
Thanks, Santos. I appreciate it, guys, man. It's been a while since I've talked to you. I hope you're doing good, and I love being part of this, and I hope that we can share this knowledge and help counteract the doctrine of nihilism and purposelessness. And there's two camps right now. There's one camp that says, oh, the Bible was just made to control everybody, and on the other side is the full fanatical religious side of it. And if we can wake people up and understand that these scriptures are way more than this, that the Bible is not just used for control, it's to enslave the masses, but to enlighten the sages. And now that we're in the age of Aquarius, it's to enlighten everyone. And everyone deserves to know the truth and understand that here and now, they have the keys to unlock their magnificence.
Yeah, the key is in the Bible, as well as other sacred books, but definitely it's in the Bible. George Carey was the master who revealed that really masterfully. He exposed the whole biochemical God realization ascension process that is hidden in the Bible through all the various characters and how they do various deeds, some good, some bad. They end up in trouble and then they get blessed, and such a thing happens, and along the way on their journey, and that journey is actually our journey. And by deciphering these texts and reading many esoteric ancient works, like Samael Aumweor, Alvin Boyd Kuhn, Manly P. Hall, a lot of these greats, they were just so advanced that when they read those scriptures, they just instantly saw it by the context, immediately what was jumping out of those pages. So George Carey was good at seeing, the 13th cranial nerve and the ascension process. Manly P. Hall was good with the astrotheology. Alvin Boyd Kuhn was good to see that Jesus is not literal, it's literary, and this is how you can prove it in a billion different ways. And these people were so far advanced that they already could see it. They couldn't be led by a ring in the nose, a nose ring, into any church to be fooled by any priest and seduced into believing literalism. That they could just read the scriptures. They had the gift.
Beautiful. And that's exactly why we're going to be talking about the secret key to the scripture, according to Alvin Boyd Kuhn, which has been the most illuminating experience that's happened in 2020 for me, when I realized that when the Bible is referring to death, it's talking about physical incarnation, and the Egyptian Book of the Dead is not to be read to someone who's dying on their deathbed, but the Egyptian Book of the Dead is for us, because it was philosophically and figuratively written that being alive in this physical realm is death to the soul, our unlimited nature. And if people understand this, it can remove a lot of fear.
Yep, exactly. Alvin Boyd Kuhn was masterful in deciphering the text. What a scholar! What an amazing individual!
Amazing.
Definitely one of my favourite of the moderns. He's my Porphyry of the modern era. But definitely, Who is This King of Glory is worth a read. The most amazing book you'll ever read. Who is this King of Glory? And exposing that not only do the churches, the literalist churches, know that there was not a literal Jesus ever, but they're still expanding that lie because it's very profitable. As Pope Sextus said, oh no, it was the de Medici Pope, Leo X, when he raised his cup and said, oh, how profitable has been to us this fable of the Christ, the literal Christ. Yes, folks, the de Medici Pope, Pope Leo X, the one that was painted by Michelangelo, that fat one, as fat as a barrel, as fat as a beached whale, he said, as he raised his cup to all his cardinals, how profitable it has been to us elite families, this fable of Jesus Christ. Yeah, you got popes and cardinals boasting about how much money they're making from a literal Jesus. They're selling a literal Jesus to keep people in churches, stupid, unawakened, unrealized. And what'll happen is when they pass on, they don't go to the place that they thought they were promised by their pastor they would go to. They'll find themselves in a place that they'll be very disappointed.
Yep.
Christopher.
And then the go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one more example that is just beautiful to understand that, yes, it's not literal, but it's more literal than we can ever imagine. For example, George W. Carey mentions that when he's in the temple arguing with the doctors and the priest, or when he's whipping the money changers out of the temple, these are Christic atoms which are arguing with your animal cells in your brain and telling them to convert themselves into spiritual atoms. This process is as literal as it gets if you understand it from the correct perspective. There's an argument going on in your brain with Christ and all the animal cells, telling them to repent, telling them to change their ways, to whipping the money changers out of the temple. This happens 100% psychologically and astronomically. And we're going to show people these keys and help people revive the truth. And I'm going to help them learn how to become magi and have esoteric priestly activities from the teachings of Eliphas Levi, as well as the Samael Yor. And I want to help people understand that this is a living truth.
You know what, Christopher? I think you and I don't know anyone who resorts to the the most writers as I do. You're into Samuel Elmore heavily, George Carey heavily, Alvin Boyd Kuhn, Manly P. Hall. In fact, I think
Lucas Levi.
Yeah, and even when we go to the Eastern system, you're also, a student of the Kriya Yoga line, and all of the great gurus from there. We both share the
Ramakrishna.
Ramakrishna, exactly. It's interesting. I think you and I actually share exactly the same,
very similar,
same love of writers, and in fact the Neoplatonists as well. Which would be your favorite of the Neoplatonists?
I would say Plotinus or Porphyry.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Yeah, mine's Porphyry.
Yeah.
And well, the reason why Santos is because ever since about 8 years ago, it didn't take long to understand the truth that you shared in the Bible is the Holy Land. Ever since I saw that video with you with the black hat and the blue shirt, I've always looked up to you, man. It revived my faith. I don't think you understand that. I was listening to like Alan Watts before that, and I have a beautiful teacher, beautiful instructor, very Capricornian, very fundamental. But my soul is yearning for the truth because I thought, oh no, the Bible's just to control us. There's no truth in it. And I was grown up Christian, and I just thought it was something else. But I was at the point where I was confused and in a state of almost nihilism. And when you taught that presentation, it revived everything within me, and it showed me my path. And ever since then, this is how it's been. I've looked up to you as the mentor, and I've definitely taken very seriously the text that you've read and have shared with us, and it's developed a passion and love for the same. But I'm sure there's some similarities. I mean, we're both Aries, Leo rising. We both have the philosopher's mind. And because of that, I believe that we're attracting the same books to us and the same initiation. We're initiated in that chain, that magical chain of books. And these masters are speaking through these books. George W. Carey, Eliphas Levi, they put this here for us to divulge and to help put together for humanity to heal.
Real recognizes real, guys.
Thank you.
That's the thing. Real recognizes real. So obviously you guys are both going to be in the same chain.
That's the point. That's how we know the truth. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. A lot of people are still under the New Age indoctrination of there is no truth. Oh, there is no truth. There's your truth and there's my truth.
Yeah.
As though you can manipulate what is self-evident and create a monstrosity of 1 + 1
that's
equals
demonic.
3.
That's demonic.
It's demonic. They're just demonic.
Yeah, that is demonic. When you say there is no law, there is no one truth. My truth is mine, and yours is mine, and yours is just as true as mine is. And then you already know their fundamental building blocks were built on sand.
And demonic.
And, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because for those who aren't alumni of the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy, and who don't know, Christopher Campbell, not only will he be enlightening everybody today at 7 p.m. on the Syncretism Society podcast, but he enlightens people with brand new lessons within the academy. I think you produce 3 lessons a week. Is that correct? Am I correct on that, or is it 2?
Yeah, man. I've been doing 3 a week, but I've slowed down a bit. I'm on lesson 23 right now, and just with the documentary and all these things that are coming, I've been kind of slowing down a bit.
Yeah. Well, and I just wanted to say, Christopher, I mean, the amount of work, the amount of effort, the amount of love that you put into your work is second to none, my friend. And I just quickly wanted to go over, for those who aren't members of the Academy, these are some of the titles of his lessons, all right? Mysteries of the Soul's Descent into Matter, The 7 Principles of Nature, Mysteries of Transmutation from Grass to Subtle with Christopher, a lecture on astrophysiology, Rhythm of the Seasons, The Law of Rhythm, Alchemy of the Soul, Part 1, Aries, Sun and the Moon, King and Queen, the Inner Mother and the Father, fixation, the third alchemical transformation. Enter the Taurus, the second stage of the alchemical process. Astrotheological sermon, the secrets of Noah and the ark. Guys, I could just keep going on and on and on. The visible is the effect of the invisible. Leo, the fifth alchemical transformation. You go into Virgo and so on and so forth. The Western mysteries. I mean, guys, it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Look, it puts me to shame. I've only put 12 lessons out, so you've already doubled my output. And yeah, I think I better pick up I am actually, every Wednesday I'll be doing classes, one-on-one call-in classes, folks. I'll have the whiteboard.
Yes.
I'll be answering all your questions on the whiteboard.
Hey, can you turn the AC on?
Well, Santos, your presentations are more in depth, Santos. You have 12 presentations that are about an hour long each. My presentations are only about 20 to 30 minutes. So it's basically I haven't done any hour-long presentations yet, so I've been able to kind of put more out. And I enjoyed that you have one on Alvin Boyd Kuhn and the mysteries of some very esoteric knowledge. I've watched your presentations, and it just inspires me, man. It lights up my brain, and all of a sudden I'm getting downloads of more information. So it's a cooperation, 100%, brother.
Nevertheless, though, gentlemen, the content that you both put out is something that you cannot find. We are the only mystery school that's virtual. We are the only ones that teach the depths of the esoteric sciences online. There is no one else that has a curriculum. Guys, I mean, you have to understand what you're getting here by becoming a syncretist. The power of being a syncretist is so guys, let me just tell you this.
In the new world that's coming, folks, you will be the spiritual leaders, not gurus, but you will be there. You will have all the gifts and all of the knowledge to be able to help people ease their way into the new world with spiritual wisdom. You'll be the first.
Yeah, I mean, there is nobody else. There is nobody else offering this, So every single alumni who has joined the academy has enlightened themselves tenfold. We get constant. Tell them about the emails and the messages that you get from our alum, Christopher.
Okay. I've had people tell me that from learning from my lessons that they've had their first experience in the astral plane. I've had people tell me that they've been able to connect the dots and understand that they're in a tomb, not just intellectually, but actually meditatively, comprehensively understand that they are in a state of death right now and that there's life and that we can rejuvenate. I've had people just, tell me that I'm connecting the dots, man, that I've given them motivation, understanding the alchemical process of the cancer dissolution, which is ruled by cancer, and help them with their dissolution. I try to help people through the alchemical process that happens automatically, but with consciousness and awareness of it, it can go a lot more smoothly.
So just incredible feedback overall, across the plane.
Yep.
Beautiful, brother.
It is.
Beautiful. And now that you were mentioning just before about how you slow down a little bit with the amount of content you're putting out, and that's only because just recently, guys, we have announced that we will be launching a Syncretism Productions documentary. We have 2 coming, but the real big one that you guys are really going to want to see is The Mysteries of the Esoteric Sciences. And we have Micah Sky, Mehmet Deviji, Christopher Campbell, obviously Santos Bonacci, Logan Jason, all on this documentary, guys. And it is going to be huge. It's in the works right now. It's going to be on the Academy, obviously, for free for all alum. All the alumni will have access to this documentary. It's going to be mind-blowing, okay? And then we have another one that we're doing here, that another one of, 2 of our instructors, Yusuf Haddad and Malika Ganesh, are going to be involved with The Power Behind Psychedelics, which is another Syncretism Society Productions documentary. So guys, we, thanks to you, are able to now produce, montage and edit up these wonderful documentaries, be able to go out into the field and get these jam-filled, content-filled documentaries out to the public. All right? This wouldn't have been possible without the alumni. This is the only way we could afford to do anything. Because Santos and I have been, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars we were put out to start the Syncretism Society and the Academy. And next, guys, is going to be the brick and mortar location, which we're working on, but we're taking it super slow because we have to, because we can't control the geopolitics right now. We can't control.
The world's in crisis.
Yeah, we can't exactly. We cannot control what's going on. People don't have the physical ability to leave their countries. You know, how can we have a healing center, a retreat center, when people can't come out, Santos, right?
I know. Well, this is the thing. Yeah,
we've purchased these machines, and you know, you could get a location basically anytime if we really. Now that we've started the academy, and we're producing some funding, we could do this, but it's pointless. We would be dumping so much of our resources into it, and there would be nothing coming out of it because nobody would be coming here.
Yeah.
So the virtual academy is the way to go for now. We are connecting thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people to the truth and to the light and to this knowledge. And we will continue to do so with your help, guys. So just thank you, everybody, very much for your assistance and for your love and your gracious support. It's taken us a long way. Can you guys imagine, Santos, can you imagine what we will do by the end of next year?
Well, the way it's going, the blessings from on high, I portend that it will be exponentially way more magnificent than we can possibly dream.
Yeah, most definitely. Gentlemen, I think that this is a little teaser that we came on to make real quick, and I know we have to go. We have another production that needs to be attended to. For the academy, and Ricardo, you have all the cameras ready, right? We're going over. So I think we're going to cut it. Yeah. But I just wanted to once again thank Christopher, buddy. Thank you so much for taking just these 20 minutes, 30 minutes for coming and discussing about what will be the topics for tonight's show. Yeah, my brother, blessings to you, and keep on keeping on, you know. What happened? It got cut?
Okay.
Yeah, but he hears us.
All right, so
we'll get him on in a second.
We'll see you in a few hours, friends. Please be sure to join us at Syncretism Society YouTube channel. That's where our podcasts are. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because it means a lot. It really does. It means a lot if you subscribe and get others to subscribe.
Take the path.
Thank you. The world has become tyrannical.
You want more of your people to die?
Deceptive. Dystopian. Fraudulent. Factual. Truthful. knowledge has been taken away from the masses for the purposes of control. But enough is enough, dear friends. Now is the time to take what is rightfully ours. Welcome to the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome.
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 Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to the Syncretism Society
Virtual
Academy.
Within the Academy, we have great minds to collectively bring our alumni a staggering range of knowledge.
based off decade after decade of quantifiable research.
Spanning from sound medicine,
yoga science, Indian spirituality,
Medical astrology,
Wisdom to sovereignty.
Holistic health,
esoteric sciences,
astrotheology.
Acquiring these truths, dear friends,
will drive your empowerment and ability
For proper ascension.
take back your sovereignty.
Take back your knowledge.
take back your freedom. Join us at the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.